Hi, this tutorial covers deliberate bias. So let's just quickly review what bias is first. So recall that bias is the tendency for collected data to differ from what is expected in a systematic way. Biased data can often favor a specific group of those studied. Bias jeopardizes the accuracy of the data collected. Studies can be carried out and evaluated better if different types of bias can be recognized. So let's just start with a definition of deliberate bias. So deliberate bias is a type of bias that occurs when a study, in its design or reporting, is deliberately done in a way to advance an interest, be it a financial interest, an ideological interest, or some sort of personal interest. Okay, contrasting that with unintentional bias. Uh, Unintentional bias are types of bias that occur that are not motivated or intentional. Most of the named type of biases are unintentional. So you may have learned about response bias, non-response bias, selection bias. A lot of those are unintentional biases, still biases, but these would be more intentional or unintentional, excuse me. So let's take a look at an example of where you sometimes see deliberate bias. So an EIS, which is an environmental impact statement, must be prepared before construction can begin on many public works projects such as roads. By law, an EIS is required to consider several alternative ways in which construction could potentially occur. Typically, writing an EIS involves an analysis of previous existing data. Unfortunately, the data an EIS presents is often chosen to support a decision that has been already made, not to fairly investigate all possibilities. So since they're using pre-existing data, they're going to just simply use the data that's going to benefit them the most. So the one that's going to cost the least for them, instead of investigating possibilities that might have less of an environmental impact. So this is one way where deliberate bias occurs because of generally financial interests of these construction um, companies. So that is the tutorial on deliberate bias. Thanks for watching.